welcome everyone. My name is Naz-ghul and welcome to the first episode. Today we will be looking at Replay. It's a game where Team Faceless is against Team VP. It's from the Top 8 Season 5 LAN Finals. It's a lower bracket game and it's best of one, which may inflict a bit this game. I suppose, like most of you already saw this game, probably live or some VOD or some stuff like that, which shouldn't be too big of a problem since we are here mainly to just look at some analytical aspects of the game, think about the game, point out some nice moments and stuff like that. So it doesn't really matter if you already saw this game. If you saw this game, it's good. If you didn't, it's good too. Anyway, I hope that you can have something from this. As every game of Dota, this one perhaps starts in the picking phase. Since this is best of one and it's an elimination game, in those kinds of games you typically have two choices what you can do. You can either trust yourself that you are the better team than your opponents, and then in those best of one elimination games you usually want to go for your hard standard lineups which you know most best, take your comfortable picks and play your game. Or you can try to upset your opponents with some cheese and win by that. Here I think that everyone can agree that VP should come into this game with mindset that they are the favorites, perhaps, since they were one of the favorites for the Boston Major. So we can expect from them some typical lineup, and from Faceless, if you actually like listen to some of the interviews with Black and stuff like that, they were really confident in themselves. So they will probably end with some standard stuff too. Here you can already see pretty typical opening for Team Faceless with their position 4 and 5. They really like to do this stuff. VP with some of their signature heroes. Actually, there isn't too much that happened in this draft, so we can probably fast forward it. Some typical bans, some ice heroes, some annoying heroes, Black Patch in first phase perhaps. VP goes in their typical 5-man lineup. Now, as expected, I think that the only standout pick here will be coming now, and it's Black's Clintz. Reasons why Clintz is good are two perhaps. First, Chen, so he have always a creep he can eat, and Lifestealer. They haven't get too much counter on Lifestealer till this time, because those 4 heroes are actually quite bad against Lifestealer. Like Lifestealer, he is considered to be a tank, but he actually have really low armor values, so you really need some high physical right clicks against him, preferably ranged. So Clintz makes for this, and VP ends with their no 1 DK, quiet typical pick which they like to play a lot. So if we follow into the game, where the first interesting stuff will happen. Okay, so lines. I think that the most important line probably will be the Radiant safe lane, and that's purely because Pasha's Darkseer. If you think about this hero is like super strong laner, but from level 3 on. He is super weak at level 1. Level 2 he gets some escape, and from level 3 on, when he hits those strong ion shells doing huge amounts of damage, this is where this hero really can start contesting the lane and winning his lane. So the big point of interest for Radiant should be to use their 2 strong supports, Rubik and Earth Spirit, to contest Darkseer and leave him out of his experience range for as long as possible. Like if Darkseid is left 1 against 3 here, he can be he can stay like this forever. Like he can't get to level 2. But if somehow he manages to get level 3, he will be really strong, and then the supports don't have any point to stay here. On the other side, we have Ice Centaur against Ramses Lifestealer. Here you can already see that VP tries to address this and tries to pick up a carry who is quite self-sufficient. He doesn't need too much help. Like Lifestealer with one support can zone out Centaur without any problem, and even if he is left in 1 against 1, he will be okay. Like Centaur will farm, get experience, but Lifestealer will get all his free farm which he needs. So you can already expect that VP will be pushing some their early game support help into the Pasha's line. So we can expect some stuff to happen here and the bottom quite fast. In middle we will have Dragonite, who is like known for being this passive middle who just farms contest line in the first in the first 5 minutes or so. Like nearly no one can beat DK. DK can beat nearly no one, so we can expect some farm trading. Okay, so we can already see that Ice, after the pause, that Ice really knows this. He knows that the supports will probably be running around bottom, so he just goes and tries to contest the rune. Okay, if we unpause now, we can continue normal speed. Like, quite typical move with Darkseid. Yonchel is a really strong level 1 spell, so actually those guys have no reason to stay at the rune, because this rune is already secured. Like, how can Radiant get here? From here? Well, probably not. From here? Well, probably not. From here? Here are our 3 tanks with Yonchels. So they are pretty sure that Lil would be able to get this bounty rune and that they can fight nearly anyone here. Because actually if you look at Faceless, they don't have really strong level 1 lineup. Meantime, as fast as they spot this move, like hey, 3 heroes are invading, this is the moment when Ice starts to move to this bounty rune, because he knows, like, here is DK, here is Ogre, what's left? And perhaps Darkseid, but he doesn't care at level 1. Who can stop me for taking this rune? Lifestealer, 1 against 1? Probably not. Chen, level 1 without creep? Who cares? So Ice will go and try to force this rune. Here perhaps Faceless evades because they can't fight. So it will be 1 rune, 2 runes for BP, 1 rune for Faceless, and 1 rune contested. Actually, Ramses will finish taking this rune because Ice tries to Hoofstomp and he takes Rage, which is already quite a big win. Like, if Ice, you can see, oh, why is Ice went there? But if Ice didn't went here, Ramses could take his Feast and already try to harass really hard the Centaur online. Like this, he have quite useless ability online, so it's quite already big win for Centaur that he forced this. Perhaps he didn't get bounty rune for it, so it's quite like a tie. But we already see here Ice trying to go for the creep pool, because again, he saw that Ogre is at bottom, and it's already before 30 seconds, so there can be no chain creeps. So he's pretty sure he is only against Lifestealer with Rage, and Chen without creeps. Why not creep skip? He can pull the creeps and get easy level 2, which is exactly what happened. And that's, if we fast forward a bit, like hello, here I am, and here I am pulling creeps. Dada, level 2. Okay. If you look at supports, like I will focus really a lot on this early game supports, because like first 3-4 minutes is the most important part of the game for the supports. So as expected, Pasha is trying to get level 2. Here is Rubik and Earth Spirit, who are trying to kill him and zone him away, like hard free line, because they really need to keep this Pasha away from XPs. And as expected, Chen, it's not Ogre but it's Chen who is trying to help there. Meanwhile, Ogre will assist a bit Ramses. So as expected, it's like kind of dual lanes for VP to get Pasha to level 3 and then they can move freely. At the same time, Ice is trying to get some experience. As mentioned, he get a pool, he will get level 2, which is quite easy. And here you can already see first really nice move by Chen. Because clearly, at this moment, clearly the Radiants, the Faceless, are expecting Chen to be here or do something. Because Ice already saw Ogre at top. He knows that he is there. So who can be bottom? Like Solrax here, you don't expect like a good team like VP to let their Darkseer alone because they know his strengths and his weaknesses. So they know there will be some helping. That's why here is this word. Actually this is observer word. I don't know why it's bugged in the replay, but this is observer word. So they are looking for Chen to be coming here or here in Genging, which is Chen's typical path. So if I go Radiant Vision, you know, they are just like, hey, where is Chen? Where is Chen? Where the fuck is Chen? Why isn't he here? So this was actually quite an outplay, I would say, from Lil. Here you can already see trying to force a lift into roll. When suddenly Chen arrives, all the time hiding in the trees. So this is quite big outplay from Lil, I would say, and they score the first blood. And then force perhaps the other support away. Tralala. Okay, this is quite big, because now this Darkseer, if you look at him, now he got levels. He got level 2 and a bit. Now, and he will get like needle level 3 from this, which is really a lot for him. So now this Darkseer can stay in the lane alone. Actually, Lil, by just one gank, just those 1 minute of time, actually 36 seconds of his time, he already secured bot lane for the Darkseer, and he doesn't need to be here. This is like really important. Like, he secured by 30 seconds, he made all the difference in the world. If he would be farming his jungle as a Chen and stacking creeps for the first 2 minutes, and then spent 5 minutes at the bottom lane, he wouldn't do as much job as he did now. Like Darkseer, it's all about getting level 3. So now he knows that he can go and make anything he wants. On the other side, Radiant supports like Earth Spirit and Rubik, they already know that they lost their bottom lane because they wouldn't be able to keep Darkseer down from now on. So it's probably best for them to go away and make some stuff happen on the other side of the map, because Darkseer is unbelievably hard to kill right now. So from now on we can expect like 1 against 1, Black against Pasha here. It's really Black's hero is quite good at facing 1 against 1 against Darkseer. Darkseer will probably creep skip a bit and do stuff like that. And Black, both of them will farm. It's already a win for a VP that this happened, because Faceless was trying to keep Pasha down. But now that it already happened, it's really bad idea to come here and try to repair it. You can't repair this damage by killing Pasha now. You must leave this damage done and try to make some damage to VP or other lines with your support. So, as already expected, everyone is moving away from this line, and just Pasha against Black will be here. Meantime, at the top lane, I think it was around now, like middle lane, nothing funny happens. They are just farming here. 6 against 4, whatever. But what happened now here, if we back a bit, we were around 2 minutes, before 2 minutes. Okay. The ogre cam actually made a single pool only here. He didn't connect it to the pool. Which perhaps Ice knows, because he sees no creeps here, means he is pulling. He sees no creeps here, so he knows, because of the time, 1.8, it couldn't be double stack, so just single stack. So there will be big wave of creeps coming right into his tower. So he can safely wait here for this huge amounts of experiences. If you actually see what happens, here you see it. This is actually like 2 levels worth of experience, something like this, like really a lot. So what can VP do to migrate it? They can try to pull those creeps here, and by this make some creep equilibrium better for them, which is already quite impossible because the creeps met. They will be then moving here. Ogre would already have to be pulling, and Ice will probably intercept it. So the other way to stop Ice from getting those experience is actually trying to kill him under the tower, which isn't so hard as expected, because Lifesteal have already feast. He will get his slow, Solo get his slow, so it's quite okay. You will see that they will be trying to do it, but actually it's a bit misplay here. You see that Lifesteal is beating down Kinta Warrunner, who actually already used... No, he doesn't have mana for his stun, so he's pretty much dead. No way to escape. Just Lifestealer, if you look at him, he have like 2 armor, which is like absurdly low at this level for a melee hero. So he is getting really hard hit by the tower. Actually, if like solo tanked the tower here, it would be easy kill. Like this, it's a little bit misplay, and Ice actually escapes. And as I told, because they know that here is a lot of experiences, they just really need to throw their bodies there, use Shrine or Salve or something, even like Earth Spirit is coming, just like throw the heroes at the tower, just survive, take damage, but take the experience is super important. Which is actually what happens here. If you see, just salves, there come a roll. It's not this roll wasn't meant to kill anyone. It was just get into the tower, force them away, and get XPs, mainly for the Centaur. You see that XY is already moving away. This is like really important support move, which you don't see too much at publics. Like when there is only creeps and no opponent heroes, it's usually really good for your supports to move away and just stand out of the experience range to let your carries get your experience. Meantime, mid farming, bot farming as expected, 1 against 1 because no interest in any side supports of any side to be here. And Chen is trying to hunt down some Rubik pools. If you actually saw here a bit earlier, here is the bottom first blood, and then you can see that Nuts is actually pulling this. This is quite, I would say, exploit, because if you see typical pools, at typical pools you can be quite easily ganked or harassed by the opponent offliner, like here and here. It's super easy for the Centaur or for the Darkseid to come here. Here it's super hard. Just good stuff by Nuts. He will creep those, get some levels. And again, he knows that he have no reason to be bottom. So he tries to make stuff happen on other side. I think that it was actually quite bad for VP that he met Chen here, because Chen, I'm pretty much sure that Chen saw him, that he doesn't have a smoke in his inventory. Because they are like, hey, supports on the bottom, as expected, where they can be. It's a Rubik plus Earth Spirit. They will be probably ganking somewhere, like what can those two supports do other than gang? So they need to keep track where they are. And actually here is coming smoke for the Rubik, which was missed just by a bit by the Chen. And they will smoke, and I think that they will go top. Yes! You can already see that VP are quite expecting it, like backing here, even though, like, good stuff. But here will be actually, this pool I think was a little bit of misplay. Just like mainly because they know that supports have to do something. Actually I think that if solo pulled those, it would be way better. Because like, right now, Ramses is under the tower, hitting creeps. He have no way to help Solo. So Solo is alone and he will die here. Like, if Solo pulled those, Ramses killed those under the tower. With next wave coming, Ramses will just push out somewhere around here. They will be creeping here. Meanwhile, Solo killed those and connected the pool to this one. Just connect the pool. Then he will be farming here with creeps. And Ramses will be here. So even if 3 heroes of Faceless come, like here, and try to kill any of them, those 2 heroes are actually quite tanky. Ramses not so much, but he have Rage, and Solo is tanky. You can see how long it takes them to kill him, even with 3 heroes and help of creeps. But like, you need to be close to your friends to get help. I would say a little bit of misplay, but nothing really important. Meanwhile, some creep skipping stuff and stuff like that. If we fast forward a bit, next important stuff is happening around now, where if you see, actually not now, it will be in a few seconds. You can see Pasha now farming, creep skipping, killing creeps, and then moving away. Again, like, this is an Enradian observer bar. They saw Pasha that he is moving away. This was again, I would say, a really clever move by Lil. Immediately smoking and trying to gank mid. Like, you don't expect this gank usually because Darkseer are known to be gangling passively. They will just like put you on shell and send someone away. They won't be ganging themselves. So they were probably expecting like put you on shell someone and go farm with Pasha. But they know that they should try to kill Jabs before his level 6. So this was really good kill attempt, I would say. And in the end, double stomp and easy kill. There was some shenanigans here, typical ice. I would maybe cover some ice offline plays in other video. I think that there was a little bit of bloodbath made because like Ember Spirit is now surely like, hey, I need my level 6, I need to kill this guy. Which comes, succeed. You can see that like already VP is really prioritizing the middle lane because actually I don't want to backward now, but those Chen creeps with Chen was already, they just like when they kill him, Chen just moved here, smoked again, and wrapped around to kill again the Ember Spirit. But unfortunately the Faceless supports were there and they killed first. And you know, when you fail, you just try again. I think that's what Lil is thinking here, because in a second we will see another gank middle. Yeah, they just kill him. Like, it's with so much stun, it's not so hard to kill even level 6 spirit. Meanwhile, here I already missed it, so I will back a bit. Like if you look at this lineup, who is supposed to do something in the early game? You can't really have your free cores sitting and farming and farming and farming. That's not the way to play Pro Dota. Like Kentaur can't do stuff in the early game. This hero is not like Slardar who can sprint around and do stuff. This hero really needs his items. Ember Spirit is just like he really needs his level 10 and his Veil, then he can do stuff early game. Not really. So it's mainly on black to run around and do some stuff. Kill stuff, do stuff. Which is Clint's quite good at. You can already see like whenever he got Aquila and Soul Ring, he immediately just like Dark Pacts and start running around trying to find some kills. This was actually quite good path from him. If you see, the closest path would be like run here, run here, run here, run here, and hey, I'm here. But he actually chose to go all the way here and then top because he expects to be some wards around here. Like a really good move. Unfortunately, he found Chen, which he can't really easily kill because of the stunning Kentaur. I think that this was a little bit of misplay from Black. I think that he shouldn't use his Death Pact if he was expecting to fight Chen, because Chen will always have a creep you can eat, and then this wouldn't happen. But stuff happened. Actually, just like if he found any other hero than Chen, this play would be better. If he found Chen, it would be better to not use his Dark Pact. In the end, they actually killed this Chen, but it doesn't matter so much. It took them a lot of time, and meantime, all the Dire are farming. So it's starting to be mid-game, so I think that both teams actually played early game quite well. You can see like there is nearly no difference in XP and in gold, so doesn't matter. Now it's time to start pushing for Dire, because they already got their core items and levels like their Powder Threats, Wand, DK with some points in Dragon Blood and Breath and stuff like that. So perhaps the first point of interest would be bottom tier 1 tower. Like in the previous patch, the most important tier 1 was actually the middle one, because it was covering most of the jungle. You always want to contest your opponent's jungle. By killing towers, you want to make their jungle unsafe. But since now there is this not tower, but shrine to TP to, actually nowadays the bottom tower covers more, so they want to push the bottom tower. Unfortunately, they all TP here, and then Catapult kills it. Well, bad luck. So they immediately just like swing to middle line and try to push middle. Actually, what's quite interesting here, just like if you see your typical those dead ball strategies at public or just like low, I wouldn't say low, but like 4-5k-ish MMR teams, they will just say, okay, we have 5-man dead ball strat, let's go 5-man dead ball, and they will just move everyone there. If you see VP, they have Ogre, DK, Chen, and Darkseer here. They don't have anyone else. Like, okay, anyone else is only Ramses, but it's quite important. They have only 4 heroes in the push, and the other one is farming on the other side of the map, because they know that they are so strong that they can fight 4 against 5, and they are not losing on resources like this. It's really nice, it's really important. If you have dead ball, just don't dead ball all the time. You need to split a bit. Now you see that bottom tower died. They didn't pick all 4 heroes and went to the middle. They sent like, okay, Pasha, you go farm bottom lane because it's free now. Top and jungle is occupied by Ramses. And okay, DK, Ogre and Chen should be okay to push middle tower. Which is actually what happens here. I think not much killing, but just like pushing will happen here. I think that Pasha will eventually join. Yes, Pasha just pushed bot a bit and joined. Meantime, This is also important. Like, Faceless now knows that they can't defend this tower. They know this tower will fall. There is just like no way that they can defend it. But if they just leave no one here, no hero here, it will fall in 30 seconds. By leaving here 2 or 3 heroes, they delay it quite a lot and buy time for the rest of their team to do stuff. Just like Ice get his Blink Dagger. Super important. By the way, I think that one of the best decisions in this game was from Ice to not go the typical Hood farming build, but to go Blink Dagger. If this guy actually went Hood, I think that they got zero chance to win this game. So it's exactly as you can see, they are just like poking and prodding at the middle, trying to push the tower, and Faceless is trying to be as annoying as possible. They even just like send Earth Spirit bottom to get XPs as fast as the creeps join the tower, leaving just 2 heroes middle. Like, why not? They are just to delay here. Top they try to make some nice kill, but doesn't work. Trying to hitting the towers a bit. Okay. Now, 2 towers killed. So the dire against continues. Now it should be probably important for them to kill the top tower as expected. But again, you see, they killed top, middle, sorry, and they didn't went with 4 heroes like this and kill top. They spread a bit, like sent one guy bottom, farm jungle, kill those creeps when they will push soon. They farm jungle with few heroes, one hero already start pushing top, and they will soon move the other guys top from the jungle probably to push. But they are not too fast. It's not like everyone go top, forfeit everything. They are just like, okay, let's farm everything, let's defend everything. Hey Pasha, go defend bot. And we will like in 4 guys push top. Actually even in 3 because we don't need more. We know that we are strong. We will just send 3 heroes top. Meanwhile we will be farming the other lines, farming the jungle. Jungle is nearly dead. Good job from them. So we will see this tower falling really shortly. Like probably now. And this is where we will end part 1. And we will continue really soon in part 2.